Hi folks, this is Ty Laftalucas here, and today we're going to review the movie Rebel Rousers, starring Cameron Mitchell, Bruce Dern, Jack Nicholson, and Diane Ladd, and also Harry Dean Stanton, of course, is thrown in there as a sidekick. So this movie was released in 1970, but was actually made in 1967. But because of the success of Easy Rider, this is compared to Easy Rider on the back, but far from it. So picture this. 6 bikers booting it down the road. They come into a small Southern California town. This is on the ocean, by the way. There's hardly, there's not a person around. There's about 6 buildings in the town. The road is dirt, and there's there's nobody around, literally. There's barely electricity in this town. So they head right to the cantina, of course, and they start terrorizing. Then one Bruce Dern drives his bike in and starts to raise hell, and there's a lot of commotion and stuff, and they harass a little lady, of course. So the town sheriff comes in, and I'm sure, and his uncle deputy, and I'm sure they're played for laughs because these guys are not real. I mean, come on. So they break up the party at gunpoint and send the bikers on their way. As the bikers are leaving town, and with their real heavy-duty attitudes, they push over a little kid. I mean, here's grown men pushing over a little kid. That's the best they could do in this town. So the bikers head down to the beach. They take off out of town, and from the town you can see the beach, but they take, it seems like, must take them a half hour to get to the beach. Going down the road, and they're doing all this stuff, and, you know, playing tricks and all this, and so they finally get to the beach. And when they get to the beach, there's a lot of shenanigans. They're all horseplay, and then a fight breaks out between Jack Nicholson and one of the guys, and there's, oh gee, it's real, it's really heavy-duty scene. So let me break down the bikers here a bit. We have it looks like a guy that just came out of a vaudeville show from the 30s or something. He's got a big baggy suit, and he's got stuff hanging on his jacket. It looks like he should tell really stupid, corny jokes. And then we have a guy who is I would say he's like a beatnik, and he's got a phony black vinyl vest on. And then another guy sitting on the beach doing a yoga thing, meditating with his eyes blinking in the whole bit. I mean, the bikers, come on. And then of course we got a cowboy with a cowboy hat and a 6-gun, and he's decked right out just like a cowboy. And then Jack Nicholson, he's got a toque on, man, a toque with a little ball on the top and everything, and he's got these striped prison pants on. I mean, come on now. And these guys are tough. And Bruce Dern is probably the only one that actually might look like a biker, but he's a leader though. So the main premise of this movie is that this dude is in town, this tiny little town, looking for his girlfriend who is pregnant, and he's trying to win her back. So they also head down to the beach in the car, and they're sitting in the car and talking about trying to amend their relationship, and of course the car won't start. They're trying to leave, and then the bikers are all over the car. They're pounding on the roof and jumping and all this kind of stuff. And then one guy smoking a joint, and he tries to blow smoke into the car, like through the window. Come on. So of course the bikers bring down the couple down into the beach, and there's all kinds of fighting over the woman, of course. And she's wearing a fur coat, man. She's wearing a fur coat. Everybody else is, wearing jackets and stuff, but she's wearing a fur coat, and all the bikers are right after her, She's like, that kind of stuff. So dude tries to stand up for his girlfriend, but of course they keep beating the crap right out of him. I mean, it's like the choreographed fight of the century. I mean, bang, poof, back. You can't ever see a hit, but they really beat the out of this guy. So after some more fighting with the bikers, they all decide that they all wanted the woman. So of course, to win the woman, they had to get the woman, they had to win her. So Bruce Dern, in his infinite wisdom, because he's kind of like almost like a good guy in this. He's trying to keep a moral fabric to this bike gang. So they do they're going to race down the beach, and whoever, the last man standing kind of thing, whoever wins the race wins the woman. So when all this is going on, dude slips away. He goes into town looking for help, but nobody will help him. Nobody wants to have anything to do with him. He goes back into the cantina, and I mean, the whole town, all they do is play checkers or stare at the table. He goes into the cantina, and there's some old guys sitting playing checkers, and there's a guy staring at the table, and another guy at the bar just kind of, I mean, this town is totally lethargic. I mean, you can't believe this town. So he can't get any help, and then this little kid who got pushed earlier, he comes over and says, I can help you, senor. So he grabs, come on. So they go to, there's a big party going on, and he gets all these people at the party to go down to the beach because one of the girls from the party just happened to be walking down on the beach. I mean, just happened to be walking down the beach. This house is on the beach. You could hear these bikes go back and forth for hours and hours, but they didn't know that these bikers were there. So this girl just innocently walks down on the beach and, of course, is gobbled up by the bikers. So all these other guys at the party, they all come down to the beach, and they got pitchforks, and they got rakes and hoes and all kinds of mean weapons, man. These guys they mean business. They were going to get back that girl. So there's the usual blah blah and all that kind of stuff, and then the movie ends, and there's I'm not going to give away the ending because that wouldn't be right. So this movie is a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of fun. But if I was the actors doing this movie, I would have been just a little bit on the embarrassed side. Actually, there's a scene where they actually Jack Nicholson actually wins the woman. So he's they're doing a mock-up marriage ceremony, and they're using a Harley Davidson manual as the Bible type of thing. And Jack Nicholson has his toque pulled down over his head, and I think it's because he's embarrassed because that scene was so hilarious. And the next time they show him, he's got his toque pulled up, but they never explain that. So I mean, you can have a lot of fun watching this movie, and I did. I've seen it quite a few times now, and it's always good for a laugh. So I'm Ty Laughter Lucas, and we'll be talking to you later.